Live from San Antonio, Texas. This is In the Building with Mike Taylor and Rudy J.
Well, usually we save Wednesdays for our punches to lead the show. Like we do people I want to punch every day, right? But normally I lead with the punches on Wednesday. Otherwise, it just gets put in the regular rotation. Know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I just feel like maybe today we might need to move people I want to punch Wednesday up to people I want to punch Monday based on things that went down since we last signed off on this podcast.
You seem violent. We've been texting since Saturday. I've been violent.
I've been violent.
You've been violent. I've been with our words. Or with
verbal
our words.
Violence. Yes.
We've been verbally violent since Saturdays. Since All-Star Weekend started.
Yes. A lot has gone down. Welcome. Good morning. It's a new week for you boys that watch this thing live. It's Monday morning as we start this work week here on In the Building, show number 267. Thank you to our subscribers. Thank you to our members. Thank you to those that watch us. If you are watching and you're not a subscriber, please do so. Smash that like button. Share this show with your homies. But make sure you're a subscriber to the In the Building podcast. It is the best podcast in town. That might be the best podcast in Texas if you want to get down to the nuts and bolts of it. But the cool part is it's free it's free to subscribe to our podcast. So please do so. It's me and Rudy and DJ LG and hello Monday. You want to just do the punches? We can just get them done. There's a lot. I'm going to punch a lot of some bitches today, you know?
Yeah. It's going to be an ongoing thing. So yeah, let's start punching
like an
people.
Ongoing punch. All right, we'll make this the official punches of the day, and then it'll probably just meander the whole show. So it's Orlando Kell, the official punch man, the official family lawyer of In the Building, always brings us people I want to punch. Today, Rudy, who do you want to punch today and why? Who's your official punch?
I want to punch Chris Paul Belichick.
Paul Belichick.
Loophole finding some bitch putting our Wemby up to that bullshit that they displayed in the skills challenge. Even the announcer was like, "This has Chris Paul written all over it," and I was like, "Damn, he stole my thunder." That's exactly what happened in that nonsense. Let's say, and if you haven't seen it, too freaking bad. But Chris Paul. I'm gonna just say Chris Paul. Found a loophole in the skills challenge. Tells Wemby about it. This is my guess. Tells Wemby about it, and Wemby's like, "I just want to win." Sure. And they go out there and pull some flat out bullshit. And they have to go to the rules people, and the rules people look like a PGA tour. You ever seen a PGA tour event where they call for the rules official, and the rules official comes over, opens up the booklet, and shows Dustin Johnson where he went wrong? Like, hey, it says right here, Article 135A, you can't do this. And ended up getting disqualified. So we want to punch both of them. Both of them. Whosever I did it was stupid. Let's say, you know what, Mike, this is my thing. Let's say that was fully within the rules.
Mm-hmm.
It's still weak as shit. So punch both of them.
What the fuck is this?
Punch them. Whosever idea it was. If it was Wemby's idea, Chris Paul's idea, It was Bush League, and they deserve to be disqualified. So I'm punching Wemby, CP3, and all those involved in that nonsense. Since it's San Antonio, even though we're South Texas, even though we're worldwide, we are worldwide. Our base is San Antonio, so I'm punching Wemby and CP3.
All right. You ever have like an uncle that like comes to take you fishing or something? Y'all wind up doing all kind of bullshit other than fishing. This feels like that. I don't know. Now, Draymond Green was saying that it was Wemby's idea, the shenanigans they pulled. And they said that Wemby was going around asking guys if they could try to ask people, is it cool if we do this?
I'm saying Wemby took the bullets because Wemby's one of the forced faces of our league.
Yeah, I think Unc let Mijo straight.
He's taking the bullet for him.
Yeah, Unc called mom. Hey, can I take Mijo fishing? Sure, but no bullshit. No be drinking with my son in the car.
Right.
Y'all be stopping out. Don't stop at the bar before y'all go fishing. And don't be going more than 40 miles from home, and check
And
in
don't
with
have
me.
them around any of your whores.
And don't have them around none of your dumbass friends neither. I don't want a bunch of idiots over there. If you're going to come pick up my son because you want to be a good uncle, this feels like Uncle Chris led Miho astray.
Wemby can take the blame all he
Totally.
wants. Wemby can take the blame all he wants.
Yeah.
This is because let's say it was Wemby's idea. Unc's supposed to save him from himself. Like, come here, nephew.
Right. Right.
Like, look, nephew, I'm proud of you. It's a great idea. I like the way you're thinking, nephew.
Yeah.
Pat him on the butt. But we're not doing that.
Right.
But I see you working, nephew. I see you working, nephew, but we're not doing this dumb shit.
Victor
I was like,
Wembanyama,
what is this?
This kid has completely rekindled my fanship. He's like, I've never stopped being a Spurs fan, but I've been flaccid for a while. This kid has come along and given me a Spurs chub, and I'm so happy. I'm so happy we have him. We're blessed. I pray every day that the organization manages him the right way and keeps him healthy and brings in the right people, the right influences. and the Spurs wind up getting back to glory, and I can't wait for it. But that being said, that does not mean the kid is above criticism. Lord knows I've said a lot of bad things about Chris Paul in the last 20 years while he was playing for other teams. What those two did, and by the way, Miho's going to get grounded. Well, Uncle Chris, maybe no. You were there though. You ain't 12. You had some say so, right? So you're still grounded. You're grounded. I'm grounding Victor Wembanyama this morning. He's grounded. I love him, but I don't like him right now. What they did was dumb. That was dumb.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. They found some. Well, I mean, was it a loophole? Because the league disqualified their ass.
So it wasn't a loophole.
They thought they had a loophole. Whether or not they could get away with that bullshit, just chucking the balls real quick to get the time done. Whether or not you can do that doesn't mean you should.
It's Bush.
It's Bush. It's not in the spirit of the contest. Come on, Mike, it's an exhibition. Exactly. It's just an exhibition. We're having fun here. We want to win the skills competition so badly that we're going to act like we're 14-year-old girls at high school, and we're going to cheat, and we're going to do some bullshit, and we're going to do it on national television,
and get booed. They got booed. I don't remember anybody getting booed
in a skills comp.
In a skills dunk contest that people have booed before, but this was the first time in the skills comp.
And those weak ass San Francisco Bay Area fans that are not real passionate. You don't think of San Francisco as a sports town. That arena was half full during that thing, and you could hear a pin drop. But when they did that, the San Franciscans started booing. That's the first time you could hear any crowd noise during that damn thing, is when they started doing that bullshit. And the fans started booing, as they should have, and as I would have done. You know what I paid to get in this sumbitch? To sit in here and watch this contest? Come on, man. It was just it's not about whether or not, they want to win. It's not about that. It's about the spirit of the competition. You don't do that. It was douchey. It was unsportsmanlike. It was douchey, and it was dumb. It was dumb. And Chris Paul, the Unk should know better. But Miho still gets grounded because it ain't like he can't have thoughts of his own. So I'm gonna tell my brother, hey, if I'm like that, Chris is my brother. Hey, man, I ain't talking to you for a couple weeks. I'll check in with you later. By the way, you got this. He's grounded. I hope you feel good because he's grounded. His ass phone gets cut off at 6.
Right.
He's gonna mow the lawn twice this week, not once. You don't even think about turning the TV on. Not that he ever does. He's always on his phone. That was dumb. That's a good punch. That was dumb. My punch is also related to the weekend that was.
Okay.
And my opinions are because I love basketball. I don't always love the NBA. My passion for the NBA, it goes up and down. Doesn't help that the Spurs have sucked for 5 years, but now that we're getting better, I'm getting back into the NBA. And so that's why I notice things that piss me off, because I like the NBA. I love basketball. Look, man, I want to punch Adam Silver, the commissioner of the NBA. What Mac McClung is capable of doing is awesome. He has an unbelievable gift. an incredible athletic gift. Now, is it possible the dudes that were holding the ball were kind of propelling him a little bit as he got the ball? A
Yes,
little, sure.
yes,
It's an
yes.
illusion. It's an illusion. But but you can't just walk off the street and do what Mac McClung does. What he's
No.
able to do with his props is incredible. But I want to punch Adam Silver for letting him into the dunk contest to begin with. Shouldn't you have to be on an active NBA roster? And I'm coming off as pissed off Spurs fan because Steph Castle didn't win.
He should have won, by the way, but go ahead.
Yeah, it was like this homeboy don't even play in the league. Let's just get the Globetrotters in there next year and have them play the All-Star team. That's what that was.
Okay,
Just
let me ask you.
Meadow Lark Lemon's grandson do the dunk contest next year. What are we doing with Mac?
You?
He shouldn't even be in the goddamn thing.
For you, Mike, is it about entertainment or is it about having NBA players?
It's both. I would rather watch LeBron James dunk with just him and the ball.
That scary bastard don't even show up for the game, but go ahead.
I know, he got a sore foot. All right, maybe that's, but you know what I'm saying?
Anyway,
I would rather,
I know what you're saying, yeah.
Pick one. Shea.
Whoever.
And I know that the elite guys don't dunk anymore. That's fine. I'd rather watch Harrison Barnes. At least he's in the NBA. Draymond Green, by the way, spent all weekend all over the TNT telecast. If he's trying to get a long career, he's the league may not want his ass though.
Hey,
all
Nina.
He did all week was hey baby, you're in the background. Let me scoot this screen over a little bit. There we go. You're out of view, baby. You're good. You're good. I'll move the screen.
That was the best thing that happened to the show all day. What's up?
What was I saying? What the hell was I saying?
We're talking about dunk contests and Draymond Green.
Yes, my bad. Draymond Green spent 4 days basically saying the NBA sucks. He ripped everything about it. And I'm with him on most of it. Maybe not as passionate. Look, first of all, I hate the props, and I didn't like it when Blake Griffin used it. I didn't like it. I don't. If you want to jump over a guy, that's fine. But we're bringing fucking cars out there. We got ladders. I mean, where does it end? Let's just have a guy fly in a let's have an open air arena next year and have a guy jump off a helicopter and dunk. I mean, why not? And jump onto let's put trampolines down. It's a clown show.
Right.
It's turned into a clown show. And I would rather watch, so Draymond Green said that everybody knows, and I've never heard this. Draymond said everybody knows that the best dunker in the league is Harrison Barnes of the Spurs. Okay.
Whatever.
I guess he used to show out when he was with the Warriors during practice and stuff. Draymond says he has a 42-inch vertical. Like he can almost grab the top of the backboard, like the top.
Well, Draymond knows more than me. He knows more than me. He's been around it, so maybe Draymond knows nothing.
Okay, cool. I want to see this. At least at least he's been in the league a minute. He averages double digits for a team in the NBA. He ain't some little dude who's got one trick, who's probably not, Mac McClung probably won't even be a pro basketball player in a year unless he goes to play for Antetokounmpo in the Greek league or some shit. So I'm going to punch Adam Silver because Adam Silver's tried to appease people that have bitched about the All-Star weekend getting boring and stuff and guys not caring. Adam Silver's, he's trying to fix it, but boy, that's, again, what do we do about our problems in this country, Rudy? We overreact to them. We overcorrect everything. Let's just turn the dunk contest into a bullshit circus deal where we got guys that are dunking that aren't even in the league. Like I don't like the props as it is, but if Mac at least were like the 12th man on the Magic, that'd be okay. At least he's technically in the league. He's fucking G Leaguer. That's bullshit. I would rather watch Harrison Barnes have lesser dunks than Mac McClung. It's a dunk contest for your league. If you're going to this happen or have an open contest next year, maybe some dudes from Rucker Park will come down and play.
Or YouTube. Let some of these YouTube dunkers.
Fuck it. Let's just run Jake Paul out there and let him dunk next year.
Let's do an influencer dunk contest.
Why not? Let's let Jake Paul in next year. Fuck it. Let's have Canelo go out there with a trampoline. Hey, I'm going to dunk it now. Let's just do that. I mean, that's what you've turned it into. That's where you're heading toward right now. It's bullshit. And by the way, you shouldn't be
relaxations.
allowed to miss 5 dunks and then get one, you get a 50.
I
No,
hate that. That's been going on for a while, and it's
I don't like
because
it.
we've seen the problem is we've seen everything. Like to me, the apex was
Mhm.
Levine and Aaron Gordon. That was
Right.
like the best dunk contest I've ever seen, and I don't know how you top that. And the NBA has to come to the point where there's a lot of things that we did growing up that we found out, you know what? That was stupid. And it's okay to say it was stupid and do away with it.
Mhm.
Like
Yeah,
these
do away with it.
sometimes these leagues get caught up in, well, no, it's tradition. Well, sometimes your tradition is stupid. You know what I mean? Like sometimes the
Yeah.
tradition is dumb. It's okay to say, hey, the NFL, it took them forever, but the NFL was like, damn, y'all. I know it's tradition to play the Pro Bowl and put on pads and tackle. It's stupid. We're doing away with it. Fail fast. It's time for the NBA to just say, hey, you know what? No matter the viewership, because the viewership for the what they market to children,
Mhm.
20, let's say 10 years old to 25-year-old is their bread and butter. They do
Mhm.
75 million unique views on YouTube every 3 months.
Yep.
Did you hear me? Every 3 months, 75 million unique views. That's
Wow.
not me, you, and LG. That's not me, you, and LG.
Right.
Those are kids that are 10 years old to 25 years old that don't watch television. That's their niche market. They're trying to bring us back with our tradition. But guess what? Us old men, we don't care for it either. It's 10 years past it. Now we wouldn't have got Levine and Gordon, so we would have missed out, but it's 10 years past the time to put old Yeller out to pasture. The dunk
I don't
contest is
disagree.
old Yeller.
Right.
The
If
dunk
you
contest
can't
is old Yeller. It's okay to
right.
put it down. We love our dogs, right, Mike? But sometimes it's like, yo, it's better if we just go
Right.
ahead and
Yeah.
let them go.
If you
And it's
can't
time
have
to
a
let
dunk
this go.
contest, yeah, if the American people no longer care to watch guys dunk, then don't have the contest. It's
If
fine.
your
Just
stars
don't
don't
have
want to do it, if the stars don't want to do it, let's not do it.
correct. We don't need to bring in guys that don't even play in the league.
It's
Again, we're
NBA. What word? All star.
yeah,
It's
just go
the
get
All Star weekend.
yeah, get the dudes from Dude Perfect, have them do a bit next year instead of a dunk contest or whatever. It's dumb. If you cannot keep your all-star stuff about your league, then don't have it. Or don't market to me like it's the dunk contest. It's not. It's a circus. That's what it's become. And I thought it was bullshit. And you know who was pissed about it? I think Steph Castle was too. By the way, and look. I ain't mad at Mac McClung. I don't. This antipathy I have this morning for this is not had nothing to do with him. He just said yes. They asked him, and he's like, cool. I mean, he's building a brand. He even said on the post game, like they were asked, like they asked him when he got interviewed. He's like, well, he's clearly, obviously, he knows the whole world knows he ain't even in the league. He's in the G League. He's like, God's blessed me with the ability to do this, so I'm doing it to the best of my ability. That's correct, and he should. He didn't just show up and enter into the contest. They invited him. He should not have been invited.
Mm,
There's like not
that's
like there's not better dunkers all over the country. There's probably other dudes who can do just what Mac McClung's doing.
yeah.
And now he's won
And
3 in a row. He's taken over the freaking contest. No
yeah,
one can beat him because no one can do the Cirque du Soleil bullshit he does. So when he's now winning 3 in a row and he ain't even in your league anymore, it's time to do away with the contest. I agree with you. I agree with you
yeah.
100%.
And
It's
it's
stupid.
okay. It's okay.
It's
No one's
fine. I
gonna miss it.
know. Correct. No one's going to miss it. It's
Some of these
okay.
traditions, some of the shit we grew up with, it's time for it
Right.
to go.
That's correct.
Ask the NCAA. Yeah,
Sure.
I know for 100 years we didn't pay these kids, but you know what? We were wrong. Let's change
Yeah.
that. And I'm not saying that the new way of doing things is
Mhm.
100% perfect, but even the NCAA has changed their ways. Some of the
Mhm.
traditions it's time to be put down, and the
Right.
dunk contest is one of them.
Yeah. Justin says Mike McClung has rescued the dunk contest. LG replied, yeah, yes, if rescued means held hostage." Right. McClung is now it's held he's held the dunk contest hostage because they let this kid into it 3 years ago because no one else wanted to do it, and now he's won 3 in a row. It's done. You know why
But
I got rid of the celebrity death watch challenge? Because Mike Benson, who used to work at the ticket back in the old radio days, won it 3 years in a row. because he
Mike
would
was just
spend.
waiting around. Yeah, he would
Yeah,
spend
he was
24 hours a day dropping and trading and
right,
signing.
and it wasn't his fault,
He was
And
just doing,
then
he
it
was
got
trying to win.
that's correct. And then it got to the point where he didn't even work at the station anymore. He didn't even live in the city anymore. Wasn't even in the profession anymore. And he won. And I'm like, we're just going to do away with it. And we did. And I couldn't get Puma to participate in it because he was doing bits and drafted nothing but rappers and shit. So it ran its course. Every good bit runs its course eventually.
Hey man, well said.
I
Well said.
mean, the league has literally had mergers in the past with the ABA. Do you have? I mean,
Now,
you have
they
how many
did,
teams have folded over the years? We can get rid of the contests. It's dumb.
for you youngsters in the chat,
Hmm.
they did do this before in the early 90s when Craig Hodges was cut from the Bulls. Wasn't on an NBA roster, but he was the defending 3-point champion, and they brought him back the next year
Yeah.
without a uniform. He just wore like a little jumpsuit, but it didn't have a team on it. So they
Right.
have done this before, and even then that was dumb. So I'm not justifying it. I'm just saying this isn't uncharted territory. They've done it before back in the early 90s with Craig Hodges.
LG said in the chat that McClung's career NBA earnings are $100,000. Is that all? But
And probably about
he's made $300K from the dunk contest. Yeah, I ain't hating the player. I'm hating the game.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that. Hey,
But
shout out to Mac McClung, but we don't need it.
don't need that. That's not in the spirit of the game. I want to see his ass dunk just him and the ball. Let's see how badass he is then. Let's have you and Steph have a dunk off, no props. One human being, one basketball. Let's see how it goes then, Holmes. I bet Steph gets his ass.
Or make it, yeah. Who cares? But I hope
Yeah.
Mitch Johnson was watching this weekend because you have a star on your team.
I'm proud of Steph. I'm proud of him.
You have a star on your team, Mitch.
He's rising.
He should probably be playing a lot more minutes, probably be starting, and for damn sure, because he's the best perimeter defender on the team, probably should be finishing every game as well, Mitch. Rising star MVP, won the dunk contest. You drafted him 4th overall. Why don't you stop jerking the kid around and let him off the leash, Mitch? I hope if everybody seemed to see this weekend, hopefully Mitch saw it as well. Get your shit together, young fella.
Bingo. Couldn't agree more. Super proud of him. He went out there and balled out. He wasn't scared. He wasn't doing bits like Wemby was doing. He was out there balling his ass off, trying to win without cheating. He went out. He didn't need no props. He didn't try to take advantage of this.
He got robbed. He got robbed. And that has nothing. That's people. There's many people outside of San Antonio that feel this way. So San Antonio, don't feel like we're being biased and we're being homers. No. The nation, the world, however many people watch the shit, know Steph Castle won that dunk contest. It's not just us.
Right. The best active NBA player that participated blew everybody away the other night. Jeez. All right. Thanks to Orlando Kell. He will blow away the competition in court. I've seen this man in action. Don't let the sheep's clothing fool you. That man's a wolf in that courtroom. I've seen him in action because I've had to hire him.
I wasn't going to say it. I wasn't going to say it. I was going to let you say it.
And I told him before, I'm like, I ain't going to lie, man. You're such a nice guy. And every time we hang out, it's just like, I just want to be your best buddy. But I ain't going to lie, I'm worried about you in court because I'm like, dang, he's so sweet, And then all of a sudden he went Walter White in that courtroom. Like, God damn. All right, that's my man. So if you need a family lawyer for whatever reason, if it comes to family,
the danger.
It's Orlando. He's the danger to your competition in court, man. And not just divorces. He had an adoption case that came down last week, which I've been talking about a little bit, which is cool. That was a Thunderdome connection, which I appreciate. It's Orlando Kell, the official family lawyer in the building. You can call the office at 210-775-4995. Always mention us when you talk to them over there. His email is public too. It's orlandokilllaw@gmail.com. Shoot him an email. Tell him we sent you, and then go from there, and then keep me updated if you wind up using Orlando, because I like to know how our cases wind up going. All right, it's in the building. You can shoot us a tip this morning if you want to.
Just the tip.
Just the tip. Yeah. That's all we asked for. But not all tips are the same. Some are bigger than others. Well, they are.
Magnum
So you want
dong.
to jump in here with a $2 tip? That's fine, but I'll take that $49.99 anytime you want. It's the super chat, and you can also buy us a coffee on the Buy Me a Coffee link that LG will leak here in a minute. As far as the All-Star stuff last night, here's the problem. I was interested, and it was Wemby's first time out. So call me a bad Spurs fan. Dude, I would have watched had the
Wait, time out.
Live
Are you talking about Saturday's festivities or last night?
The
Okay,
games.
go ahead.
The
Okay, go
actual
ahead.
The reason that
Finish
they're
your take.
there, the tournament.
Finish your take.
Man, I would have watched it had the Saturday Night Live 50th anniversary show not been on at the same time.
They aired SNL on Sunday?
It was their 50th anniversary show. It was a 3-hour show last night. It was
Stupid.
great. We'll see. But Sunday night's a big TV night. Yeah, they moved it to Sunday night to accommodate a 7 p.m. start. Lorne Michaels, even like his production company actually, I think I read that they bought an extra hour of time from NBC just in case it went long. And he was able to get that thing moved to last night, and it started at 7. And so I was not going to watch the All-Star game at that point because I'm a longtime SNL fan, and I was not going to miss the anniversary show.
That's unfortunate.
But then I go and I read up on the games last night before I go to bed, watching highlights, reading quotes from guys that played, looking at tweets from fans, and everybody's pissed, saying it sucked. They said it sucked.
Well, that's what America does. Because there's plenty of people saying the SNL sucked. That's what we do. Everything sucks first.
Did you think
it sucks? What, the games?
The game.
They didn't. The games themselves to me didn't suck, but because the games were so short and they had sponsor obligations, it was too many stoppages. Like they had Kevin Hart come out there and do this. I was cool with the TNT thing that they did. I thought that was awesome. But in the middle of the game seems stupid, but you have time to fill. So to me, I didn't have a problem with the games. I like the games. It's like, okay, let's not run these guys in the ground. Let's just play the 40, couple quick games, get it out the way. But right, NSB said it was always 99% commercials. They had sponsor ads to fill. I don't think they really thought that through. Like, wait a minute, this is going to go pretty quick. There's no way for us to get in all these people that have paid. So it turned into way too much Kevin Hart, way too many stoppages. And again, these are the highest level athletes, and this is an exhibition. And the last thing you want is SGA to get cold because of a 5-minute stoppage, come out there and pull a hammy. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
it's too many stoppages, too much gimmicky shit to fill sponsor ads, which again, they didn't really think through.
Again, it's as if they don't think their games are good enough. We can't have a dunk contest. It's not dunking. NBA players dunking is no longer good enough. All-stars playing against other all-stars in a basketball game, even though it was they went to 40 or whatever. That's not good enough. So let's force Kevin Hart out there. And I love Kevin Hart, but he got forced in. So I saw a lot of the Kevin Hart stuff with Shaq. Not funny at all. It was forced. It was because Kevin can't be Kevin on TNT.
Mm-mm.
And Shaq's so overrated. I like him, but he's fucking overrated.
I've always said that.
It sounds like I didn't miss much. It sounds like Shaq's always been overrated. As a broadcaster, it sounds like I didn't miss much. I thoroughly enjoyed SNL. It was great. It was very nostalgic. And I didn't miss this. Draymond Green. So not only did he crucify the skills competition, not only did he rip the dunk contest, then he quadruples down by ripping the Rising Stars thing, calling it bullshit on national television.
You got to earn it. He said, "Look, I didn't get to touch that floor." He's like, "Wait a minute, these guys are getting to play against real all-stars.
Right.
I'm a second-round draft pick. I had to earn my way to all-star status.
Right.
I didn't disagree.
Right. So not only because your product sucks because your players don't care, we're gonna run G League players and rookies out there in the Rising Stars game and let them play the actual All Stars. Who no one's even heard of these fucking people. No one's heard of these people. And not and then because no one cares about the dunk contest, so we got to get a G leaguer to come be in the dunk contest. No one cares about the All-Star game, mostly the players. So now we got to run a G League team out there and offer them bonus money. The players are telling you they don't want the All-Star stuff anymore. Like Rudy said, just let it go.
And
Give everybody a week off. They can go home and chill with their families, take a little vacation, just hang, and then come back for the second half of the NBA season all rested, refreshed, healthy. What's wrong with
this is
just taking a week off?
This is the thing. It's so like you have people making high 6-figure, low 7-figure money that make these decisions. It's really this simple. Now, I'm still gonna punch everybody in the chat that y'all never said the H word. We've done almost 300 of these shows. 300. And nobody said the H word. Hockey.
Heroin? Oh, hockey.
Hockey. And now everybody in the chat talking about the hockey game. The hockey game. You mother fathers ain't watch no damn hockey. You saw the highlights
Oh.
and the shit from the internet. Saw USA and Canada fighting each other and shit. I got it. I get it. But my point is, you already had Chuck's team who was all internationals. So it's already there. But what the USA versus Canada captured for NHL weekend was true passion. It was true passion. If you would have just done right now, and again, you can change this as it goes. It can be fluid. It doesn't have to be like they're like, well, what if one year we don't have enough internationals? Then you change it. It doesn't have to be the same thing every year. But this year, well, at least for the next 5 years, you can do the world versus the USA, and you will get a great basketball game because the international players give a shit, which is going to force the Americans to give a shit, which is what you had with the H word last night. So I'm not gonna listen to y'all talking about, oh, hockey. Y'all can't name me 5 teams records right now. None of y'all are watching hockey. So cut the hockey bullshit out. But
I agree.
but the NBA already had it with Chuck's team. You're saying that you can do this. Chuck's team was all international players. So why not just do the world versus America? It's really, and look, I did that in 2 minutes. Oh, good idea. All in favor? It's that's and I just gave you that for free.
Yeah. Silver's overthinking a lot of stuff right now. A lot.
It's
A lot.
stupid.
That's right. I agree. All right. Show brought to you in part by Ribaldo Realty Group. My man, Jay Ribaldo. He is an all-star every day. You don't need any more motivation. He's motivated every day to be the best in town when it comes to real estate. Do you need a real estate man? Our guy is Jay Ribaldo of the Ribaldo Realty Group. 210-887-1081 to see all of Jay's listings. He's got excellent social media, Instagram, Facebook, all that stuff. And his website, of course, is Ribaldo.com. So to go see all of his listings, including this one we've got posted here, you can go to Ribaldo.com. That is a 2-story, 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath, 1,700 square foot home that would be $500,000 in any other big county in the state. But this one, it is just listed for $254 and change. It is Jay Ribaldo. That's his latest listing on Civilian. Let him do all the grunt work for you when it comes to neighborhood, schools, and property values and flood zones and all that kind of thing. Jay does all that for you if you don't have the right real estate man. The whole thing's flawed from the beginning.
And Jay won a big boy, big time real
did.
estate award over the weekend. So congrats to Jay. So we ain't just so y'all know, we're not just here pumping some realtor. Jay's the real deal in all aspects. So congrats to Jay and his family on the big boy real estate award over the weekend. Looked very nice in that white tux. I was proud of him.
He did.
Look good. Representing Love You Hard well. Like he's representing
no
Love You
doubt.
Hard. Representing Love You Hard well.
We got classy folks that do business with us.
What was that he won? Yeah, look at that.
So Jay received the Rookie of the Year award. It's called the Silver Eagle Award. It's called the Eagle Award or the Silver Award, given by the Associate Leadership Council. And that's real basic. He's the MVP of the All-Star game in Bexar County as far as real estate agents. I mean, just saying. And also, you see, so Jay decides to start doing business with us, and not even a year later, he's the rookie of the year in the huh. It's almost like doing business with us paid off.
Yeah, buddy.
Yes, this is when badasses get together. Our show and badasses like Jay. If you need a real estate man, he's your humble servant. That is Jay Ribaldo. 210-887-1081. Thank you to Jay. All right. When it rains, it pours for Austin's own Justin Tucker. He did not have a good Valentine's weekend. I'm going to guarantee that.
Is
Although
this
his
Deshaun
wife,
Watson 2.0, dude?
dude, it may surpass. Did Watson leave jizz on the table? Because this fool he goes around leaving
No.
jizz.
According to
damn.
some of the masseuse.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
He nutted on my leg.
Jesus.
Dateline, Baltimore, Maryland. 7 more women have now accused Austin's own Justin Tucker, who most consider to be the greatest kicker of all time.
He is.
He is certainly the most accurate of all time. Had a tough year this year, though. He wasn't as good.
Well, because he knew all this shit was coming down.
Maybe. 7 more women now have accused Tuck of engaging of sexually inappropriate misconduct at high-end spas all around the Baltimore area. The weird part is all this allegedly went on years ago. Watson got popped in real time. This all went down years ago when he first came to the league. So this now increases the total of therapists to accuse him of over-the-top sexual bullshit to 16 different women now at 8 different spas around the Baltimore area. Between the years of his rookie year in 2012 until 2016, so his first 5 years in the league, is when he allegedly went spa to spa all around Baltimore trying to screw around with these massage therapists. I don't understand that fetish.
Well, this is what I don't
get.
What I don't get, Mike, is this. You got to know, right? Just like you can see, this is what I always tell people. You can be book smart as shit. Harvard, MIT, UT, since we're talking about Justin Tucker, but not have enough common sense to look both ways before you cross the street. Justin, some massage parlors or some spas, just so you know, buddy, are legit. They're not there to give you rub and tugs. They're not. Go to the ones where there's no curtains. You can't see inside. You know what I mean? Like, you know which ones that you could go to. And then the one that's like the Gala Spa at Santerra. You might not want to go into the Gala Spa at Santerra and whip your schlong out, buddy.
What do we get for $10?
Some of these places legit just give you real massage, real therapy, sir. Like, you can't just walk in like, oh, this place is really nice. I think I want to pull out my schlong in here. Like, bro,
no,
you're an idiot. If this is true, this is all alleged. But you got to pick and choose, buddy. Like, that's just no common sense.
I just don't understand how you
There's
think
no
you
common
don't get away
sense.
with this stuff.
Idiot.
Right.
Picker.
There's no. Yeah. That's
racist, Jesus.
Because he has something wrong with him. Of course, he violates common sense. It goes against common sense because he's got a weird-ass kink fetish, but it involves others, and it winds up victimizing people that don't want to be caught up in your bullshit. This is gross. And Goodell was asked about this last week.
Did he distance?
No, he said he's pissed, and they're taking this very serious, and they're not going to throw Tucker under the bus just yet, but he says the league's looking into all this stuff. Of course, his lawyers have come out today with all these other new allegations over the weekend, calling bullshit on all of it. There's no way 16 different women all over the city of Baltimore, Maryland, which is a huge city, are all in cahoots. There's no way. Yes, of course, we have to use the word alleged. Come on, man. This dude had issues. Maybe he doesn't anymore, but he did. And he would expose himself and would leave ejaculate on the tables of these places. So is he like wanking it under the towel? what the fuck, dude? You're in the
He didn't even.
NFL. Any bar have you seen Justin Tucker? He's 6'2", strapping, looks like fucking a Hollywood movie star. There ain't a bar in Baltimore. You can't go pick something, go drag something out of there. But it's not about that. He has a kink fetish of fucking around with massage therapists. Of all the, I mean, there's something for everybody. But again, and I don't kink shame nobody. But when it victimizes the public, then you got to go to prison. Fuck you. And Watson's lucky his ass ain't locked up now.
But is this
Tucker
all
better
civil
watch
though?
his
Is
ass.
this all civil though? Right?
I
don't know.
guess it's been a minute.
Most
Yeah,
of
they
it's
want.
civil. Yeah, it's civil.
These girls want settlements. I guess now. Highly
And
unfortunate.
he ain't got Deshaun Watson money. He got kicker money.
Oh, he got kicker money.
He ain't got.
Yeah.
And keep in mind, you can be suspended for conduct detrimental because Deshaun was never convicted of anything
Absolutely.
in the court of law. But they
Mhm.
they sent his ass away for 18 months.
Yep, that's right. Yeah, Tuck's done
So
probably. Is
he's
that this is
probably
the
done.
he's nearing the end of his career anyway, and now he's floating up Rio de Caca with all this stuff here. So he's probably going to get suspended. And he didn't have a great year. You've had a Hall of Fame career, and you're going to shit on it because you're a pervert. Like the end of your career gets tainted. Your legacy now is you're a pervert.
Damn.
Punch his ass. There's just no way that there's not some fire here with all this. There's too much smoke. If it was one massage place, if there were 4 or 5 women that worked in the same place, maybe you could say, all right, these girls are conspiring to screw him over to get money. This is 16 different women at 8 different massage places in a massive city, huge city. There's got to be some fire here.
And it's also red flag when, like, why? First of all, why are you naked under the towel? That's
You ever
the
had a
first red flag.
massage? Like a
I've never.
massage place?
I've done it twice. I've done it twice
You
with my
do. You
wife.
You get nude under the towel, but they ain't sticking their hand in
I
the
had
towel
shorts
still.
on. I had my
You did?
shorts on.
Okay, it's optional. Yeah.
Yeah, and then allegedly he would make his schlong pop out the towel and
Yeah, he would
make
wave
it
at
touch
him.
their arm. I'm like,
Yeah,
bro,
dude, what are you doing?
I'm not getting naked anywhere. I'm not getting
Right.
naked anywhere but at home. Like,
Yeah.
I don't care if I'm like a pro athlete. You can massage me through my tights. If you
Right.
got a massage, if like, you know what I mean? If I need, obviously, I guess his body's so beat up as a kicker, he needs massage. Like, first of all, it ain't a red flag for your wife. Like, damn, you get a lot of massages that aren't at the facility.
I know.
You know what I mean? Like, I could see if he was like, hey, babe, I got to go get some treatment. I'm headed to the facility. But you're headed to the spa at La Cantera every other week. You ain't squatting that much. You ain't Saquon Barkley.
Right. Did she not? I wonder if she ever asked him at all, why do you always get massages all over the city? I mean,
Yes,
no
I keep
answer
my
to it.
socks on too. I keep my socks on too.
You
I ain't
keep your
getting naked
socks on.
anywhere. Yeah.
Dwight Gooden takes his socks off. You can't call him Tuck no more.
No.
What's the opposite of tucking it? It is out there.
Untuck.
Golly,
That's
man.
disgusting, dude.
Justin Untucker.
And the thing, like, let's say you were Brady. You're Brady, and I'm not saying it's okay, but like, dude, you're Justin Tucker. You don't get the, like, 9 times out of 10, that masseuse does not know you. Even if you put your name, even if he puts his name, Justin Tucker, she don't know you.
No. Especially his rookie year.
And you got the audacity to whip out.
Yeah, that's weird.
I want some nasty.
Gross. No, Jay Glenn, I don't think Tucker split the uprights at the massage parlor. He was having to be all weird and all gross about it and weird.
And the chat can't take anything serious.
They can't handle anything.
They can't take anything serious.
No, I know.
Justin Tucker.
I know, Justin Tucker. Jeez, Matt. God almighty. All right. There's no way to segue out of that. I'm just going to do it. We have a couple of housekeeping items here. I have a showcase coming up in Floresville, Texas, on March the 1st. It's a Saturday. I'm gonna post this sign here that LG just put up on my socials later on. It's got a QR code on there. Obviously, if you're watching our show on your phone, you have to hang up and you have to figure it out. But just screenshot the flyer here, then you can go back and click the QR code. I'm going to be out there hanging out for a few hours starting at 10 a.m. on a Saturday, March the 1st, down in Floresville. Got about a bunch of land that I'm helping showcase with my boys at Blue Indy Realty. We're going to be showing land. And so there's a big hunk of dirt right there. What you see, that right there could be yours. It's been platted off. They've already taken the 3 to 5 acre lots, and they've lotted them off here. They have fencing. They've got water. We've got electricity already running through there. It's just waiting on you to buy these lots. You can do whatever you want to with them with this particular property too. You can buy it and build a big old home. Hell, build a massage parlor, whatever. There's some of our properties, you can put commercial stuff on there. You can build a deer stand and just go hunting, whatever. Or flip the land. Buy it as an investment property. It's yours to do with what you want when you buy it. It's a Floresville showcase we're having on March the 1st. I'm going to be there. I have my own personal chef coming out who's going to be cooking and feeding people that show up that day. We're going to take tours with people. I will personally take people on tours in the golf cart around the properties to let you look at some of the land. I'll probably post that day. We'll go live and have a little chat, which will be cool. It's our Floresville
Jack of
land
all
showcase.
trades, ain't you? You just
I'm
a
a
jack of
land
all
man.
trades.
I'm a land man now.
Are you better than Jerry Jones?
Not quite, but I'm trying my best. Trying my best. Don't think for a second that I won't at some point, when I get to the point where I can, I'm going to invest in some property too. We've got
Hell
properties.
yeah.
We've got properties down in Moore. We got properties down near Bigfoot, heading toward Mexico. We got properties all around Floresville. That's the one we're going to showcase, the Floresville property there. We got properties in the Seguin area. So we've got properties all over San Antonio too. We got properties all over the country, but specifically the San Antonio, we got this Floresville one's the one we're going to show off. So come hang out with me, Floresville. We're going to cook. We're going to talk bullshit. We're going to tour and look at land. You want to invest in something and get a return in this state? Land, brother, especially in this state. My God, it quadruples in value. Jay Ribaldo said he's going to come down too and bring his partner.
Hell
Jay
yeah,
wants to hang out. Jay wants to meet these guys because these guys could wind up doing things together in the future. You know what I'm saying? So this is good shit. So come out and hang out with us in Floresville. We don't usually get that far down south. Heading to Floresville on March the 1st. Also, show brought to you in part by Texas Cheer Liquor, where you can always get 5% off at all things you buy at all 7 Texas Cheer Liquors, 6 in the San Antonio proper area. Got the Bernie location. Got you some whiskey. Got you some vodka. Maybe you're a wine man. Maybe you're a sake drinker. Maybe you just need a 6-pack of beer. Maybe you want to get your mouth on one of these lit kits.
Whoa.
These are great for parties and such. Got St. Patrick's Day around the corner now. Just got Valentine's Day done. Now we got St. Patrick's Day in 3 weeks. These lit kits are great for parties. All the ingredients are in there. You take them all out, you pour them all back in, you stir it all together, and you open that spigot, and you can serve a bunch of people with these lit kits. These things are hugely popular, and like everything else at all the Texas Cheer Liquors, they're 5% off when you mention in the building. In the building. 5% off at all Texas Cheer Liquors all over this area. What else today? Well, I knew it wouldn't take
Can we
long.
go back
What's
to
up?
Wemby? Oh, what were you going to?
Absolutely. No, go ahead. I was going to get into some football talk to end the show, but no, I want to hear the rest of this Wemby stuff.
I want to.
I love him. I'm just mad at him.
No, I want to get into Wemby.
He balled
because
out last night, though. He balled. He did well.
I want him to take his energy for this weekend and put that toward his real team.
Yes, sir.
He was visibly pissed off at his team last night in the final because I knew the OGs were going to win. I texted y'all, what was that, Friday during the show? We didn't get to it, but my pick was the OGs because the OGs know how to win these games, and the OGs ended up winning that game.
Sure.
He was visibly pissed off at his team for the lack of effort at the end when they kind of knew it was over. The international players, they kind of knew it was over, and the OGs ran away with it, and he was visibly pissed off. Can I get you to do that to Keldon? And Harrison Barnes and Steph Castle and Mitch Johnson? Can I get you to transfer that energy to where we really need it? I don't need you to be Michael Jordan on All-Star Weekend. I need you to be Michael Jordan to get this team to the playoffs. Like, I don't need De'Aaron Fox having to tell you better not pass the ball. Like, take that energy and give it to Vassell. Give it to Keldon Johnson, to Jeremy Shohan. Be pissed off at them. That's where I want to see that. I don't give a shit about last night. And then you go on and say, well, I'm not here to make friends. I'm not here for that. I know some of the guys, there's a few guys I want to get pointers from, but I'm not here to make friends. Okay. I get it, but at the same time, I'm just like, where is this energy in the season where it really counts, where it really matters? And I could tell that some of the players are really the Wemby thing is starting to get on people's nerves. And I like it because we need somebody to hate. And if it's our guy, so be it. I don't give a shit who it is. We need somebody to hate. You had Anthony Davis earlier this year say, well, it seems like they're just going to give it to Wemby. Like, it just is what it is, speaking of Defensive Player of the Year. And then Anthony Edwards was asked, hey, how do you feel about you becoming the new face of the league? And Anthony paused, but then that real Anthony came out. Anthony almost turned away from it because he didn't want no smoke, but then he can't help himself. He just is who he is. He was like, nah, y'all got Wemby for that.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like there's whispers around the NBA that this whole Wemby thing is being forced upon the NBA. And then Wemby doesn't help it when he says, hey, I ain't here to make friends with none of these dudes. Okay? Well, when you talk like that and when you act like that in an All-Star game, I better see it when you put on silver and black. I don't give a shit about you getting mad at Joker. Joker's a 3-time MVP and a finals champion. You don't get mad at the Joker. Oklahoma City's ranked number 1. How you mad at SGA? They're the number 1 seed in the entire league, or maybe right there with the Cavs. Probably number 2 behind the Cavs. Give a shit about you getting mad at the international players and throwing your little temper tantrum and shit. Do that shit to Vassell and Castle and Mitch Johnson. Don't be the tough guy All-Star Weekend. So another punch to Wemby. Get your shit together, bro. Get your shit together. I don't care. I don't care about the All-Star Weekend. Don't die for a ball that's already out of bounds. Being the tough guy at All-Star Weekend it's a little bullshitty to me.
I'm just reading body language, but and maybe I'm wrong. Again, I'm just watching body language. I didn't watch last night, but I did watch all of Saturday night or Friday night, whatever the skills comp and the dunk and all that shit was. Saturday, I guess. And he looked when the NBA called bullshit on his shenanigans with Chris Paul in the skills contest, he looked embarrassed. He had an embarrassment. He had an embarrassed look on his face. He felt stupid because he's a smart guy. He's a smart young kid, and immediately regretted the decision to do what he did. He and CP3 as soon as they came over and disqualified them because he looked embarrassed. And so I think maybe some of last night's fire might have been a little bit because of what happened the other night.
Maybe
he felt
maybe
embarrassed, and so he needed to try to save face. But yeah, Jokic, he don't even want to play in the playoff games. You ain't gonna tell him to ball out in the All-Star game.
Did you
I'm
see
surprised he even shows up?
Did you see the exchange between him and the Joker in the locker room?
No.
So he has a book in his hand, and the Joker's like, "Did you bring a book in here?" And Wemby's like, "Yeah, I read before every game." And no kidding, Joker didn't say anything. He went like this. And Wemby's kind of looking like, dude, like, what's wrong with me reading a book? And Joker never said another word. He just sat there like this.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like, I don't have a problem with reading. Reading is fundamental. Good for you, Wemby. I know LeBron used to be on page 1 of every. LeBron used to act like he read in the locker room too. It's okay. Who was it? Who was the receiver? AJ Brown on the sideline for the Eagles reading a book. I'm not about to deter the children. Read.
Okay.
Read.
First
There's
of all,
nothing wrong with
A.J.
reading,
Brown.
but it just goes to show Joker's kind of like, I hate it here. Like I'd be shocked if the Joker plays another 5 years. He hates
too.
everything about the NBA. He hates their bullshit and all
Right.
their little quirks and shit. He's like, dude,
Right.
where are my horses?
Yeah. Hey, City, how much money in bank account? $487,395,000. Huh. Okay.
I give him 5 more years, Mike. Tops.
ChatGPT, write retirement announcement for me.
Yeah. I
First
give
of
him
all,
5 more years.
Joker is an Eastern European, former Soviet bloc country dude with a shaved head. That motherfucker ain't read a book in his life.
Wow.
Right?
Wow.
I love him, but let's call it what. Let's just stereotype everybody here. The other kid is a well-educated Parisian raised on the banks of the River Seine in the
But
heart
you know
of
what?
France. It's pretension.
It
Look,
comes
I
back.
can
It comes back.
guarantee
Go ahead.
Joker
Go ahead.
looks at that and goes, "What a pretentious little shit."
Yes.
It is, and it's very
All-star.
look, yeah, and it's maybe Wemby needs to be told here in the United States, which is it's ironic that a European's getting ass whipped by it. There's nothing more pretentious than to go around telling folks what book I happen to be reading right now. I'm reading the 10 paths to success no. You don't need to people that like want to tell you what they're reading, they're trying to come off as smart and intellectual. And to bring your book into the locker room, what do you got? 7 hours in the locker room to read? You don't even have time to read. Fucking locker.
It's All-Star, and it's All-Star weekend. And look, I hate I always preface this, but I love Kobe. But Kobe, when they're in Vegas for the '08 Olympics, and Kobe makes sure he's coming down into the lobby when he knows the rest of the team is coming out from a night of partying, and making sure they see him walking to the gym. Ooh, you're dedicated. And I love Kobe.
Right.
But like, you think he didn't have the bellman tell him, hey man, you make sure you let me know when you see them motherfuckers coming in from their night out on the town, because I want them to see me going to the gym, which is cool. Like, he really lived that life. He really
But wasn't he
lived that
trying
life.
to be intimidating though? That was his way of
I'm like,
I'm gonna get your ass.
But like Wemby, bro,
Wemby's trying to act smarter than everybody.
Bro, I'm not here to make friends. I'm gonna have a temper tantrum when we lose. All right, well, I need that same energy when you're losing 25-point leads to the Pistons. Be mad at them. Like, don't, we got to play better. No, man, F all that. Keep that same energy where it really matters. No one even gives a shit about the All-Star
I don't give a fuck if you can quote Tolstoy. Your team is not even in a play-in game right now. I ain't got time.
You feel me?
Miss me with the espressos, the chess matches in Central Park with the New Yorkers when he was. Okay, that's fine. I mean, it beats going to the strip club and flashing guns.
Sure.
I'm not hating on it. But I don't need that shit publicized. It rubs Americans the wrong way, and I think maybe someone should let him know that. That kind of shit's pretentious.
It's weird. Like, bro, Joker didn't know what to say.
He was like, flaunt your intellectuality to everyone you go around. You just walk around with your latest novel you're reading from Dickens Publishing Company or whatever. Get the fuck out of here.
I'm sure Pop loves it.
So
Pop is all about
read
that.
on your own time. Don't bring. What's the point of reading it? Bringing the law. That's why I do this for every game.
You're super cool. Don't mean shit if you're not a champion.
One of my favorite sports movies is Bull Durham, and I'll say to Wemby what I've said to every young man that comes into every league. This is the scene from Bull Durham where the new hot shot pitcher with the $1 million signing bonus shows up into the clubhouse, and he's got fungus all over his shower shoes. They've rotten. He's been wearing the same shoes in the shower for a year, and he's got green mold and shit on there. And he's in minor league baseball, and he's not doing well. His team's losing. And Crash Davis, the old veteran, walks over and goes, hey, fucking get some new shower shoes. You ain't cool because you got fungus on your shower shoes or whatever. You win 20 games in the show, you can have fungus on your shower shoes. You win 20 games in the big leagues, the media will just think you're colorful. But until you win 20 games in the show, having fungus on your shower shoes means you're a fucking slob. So get some new shoes. Wemby, you get the Spurs, win a playoff series, and I'm all about the books.
Get in the playoffs.
I'll play chess with you. Just try to make the play. Yeah, I agree. That shit, it's funny how the perception of things. He can do whatever the hell fuck. He wins a championship, he can do whatever the hell he wants. Because winners get to do what they want. But until you do anything, you don't do any winning of any note whatsoever, reading Tolstoy in the room before games makes you look like a little pretentious Frenchman.
Again,
I'm with you on that.
read all you want, my brother.
Messages
read all you want
to your colleagues.
I'm not saying don't read. Just read.
I read books.
all you want.
Do you ever see me walk around when we do the show in the same studio? I've got my latest book that I'm reading. No, I keep that to myself. I don't think about it. I don't think about it. I just think Wemby decided to take the book into the room to look smart. Is it possible that he's just being a pretentious shit? Or he's just completely oblivious and doesn't understand? Because in Paris, everybody walks around with the book they're reading. I don't know.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't know Frenchman ways, but
I know their perception. I know Tony didn't read
enough to hold him to a standard.
No one called Tony Parker intellectual, that's for sure.
I love him. I love you, Wemby.
I love him too. But that was some jackass shit he did the other night with Unc Paul. And then fake anger at the All-Star game is stupid. And reading Tolstoy in the clubhouse before the games makes you look shitty. Go do some winning and you can do whatever you want. But until then, you're nuclear louche. That's it. I'm with you on that. All right. It is in the building. A couple of other housekeeping items. We got our new show, Baseline Bums, made their debut Friday here on Love You Hard TV.
Check it out. Good show.
Check out the Baseline Bums. They post at least once a week, some weeks twice. God forbid Wemby leads the Spurs to the playoffs. I'm going to demand they post 2-3 times a week. Just for the content. Also, a reminder, In the Building Radio is getting ready to make its debut. Rudy and I, for the first time, as co-host of a radio show on old school terrestrial radio. We will have our first show Thursday, March the 6th on K Alamo Radio in San Antonio, Texas, Tejano, and on Tejano, Texas, Roku. And that show is going to be aired in Corpus Christi and Victoria and Uvalde and El Paso. We're going big time. Once a week, starting Thursday, March the 6th from 6 to 7. It's In the Building Radio. So that makes the debut on March the 6th. All right. I knew this was going to happen, and we'll end with this. So this came out over the weekend. This has been going on for months, by the way. The SEC, Big Southern John Plantation Country, and the Big Ten have partnered up. These are the two powerhouse conferences in college athletics. They both have more money than Davy Crockett. They have now told the NCAA, we want changes to the playoff format, or we're going to go off on our own and form our own league. That came out this weekend. Kind of lost in all. It's a February news dump. I love it.
Well, the thing is, that's racist, Steve. The thing is, Mike.
Steve's saying, jalapeno radio, orale. I like
Boise State, SMU, a couple other schools that got into the playoff. They're like, dude, still give me LSU. You know, give me Bama. You know what I mean? The SEC and Big Ten are like, yo, we don't need this shit.
Damn right.
Now, Boise State ain't better than Alabama on their worst day.
So this came down from Yahoo Sports over the weekend. Last spring, during intense and at times very heated negotiations over the future of the college football playoff format, leaders of the Big Ten and the SEC threatened to create their own postseason system if they were not granted a majority of college football playoff revenue and full authority over the playoff format. In the end,
they're doing a lot now.
Executives of the 10 FBS leagues and Notre Dame, who's independent, signed a memorandum of understanding agreeing to hand over control to those two conferences. So they went in there and said, yeah, we want everything or we're out. And Notre Dame's like, okay, cool, where do I sign? And the other FBS conferences, including the Big 12, were like, all right, I'll sign. Strong arming their asses. Went in there with their big old wieners and put it on the table.
Big old long black one.
We make more money with them. Like, you know what I mean? Like sometimes I think people in businesses, sometimes people are like, well, we got to have 100%. We got to have 100%. Got to have 100%. Well, what's 100% of nothing versus having 50% of something viable?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I think sometimes people get caught up in being bosses. Like, hell no, I ain't doing like a Big 12. Oh, hell no. Okay, well, how much money are you going to make by yourself versus how much money are you going to make with the Big 10 and the SEC being in control? We stand to make more money in the long run, combining forces and not worrying about having 100% ownership of everything.
Says within the SEC and the Big 10, momentum is building to further expand the playoff to 14 or even 16 teams, assign multiple automatic qualifiers per league, as many as 4 teams a league. So what they want is, we want you to increase it to, they want to make it to where as many as 4 teams from the same conference can go to the playoffs. That way, teams like LSU that go 8-4, but are clearly better than Boise State, they get to go to the tournament too. Sorry, but not only do those two conferences have the most money, they have the better teams. And that played out throughout the tournament. And that's the way it went. We had Notre Dame. Notre Dame's its own independent, and they're rich. And we had Ohio State, and we had Texas. We had Michigan last year. These are those two. I mean, Arizona State was fun, scrappy little team. That's fine. But SMU, who just got their ass ran over by Penn State.
Stupid.
SMU would have been 6-6 in the SEC, and the whole world knows that. And so, yeah, you know what? While maybe the SEC and the Big 10 are going to ask for too much because they're going to get the egos are going to kick in. I'm with them. They don't need the NCAA. We'll just go get our own league. We'll just do it like English Premier League soccer. We'll have a Superliga. We'll have a La Liga of Big 10 and the SEC, and the rest of y'all can do your thing. We're going to have our own champion. Good luck. Good luck with the TV negotiations in the future when it's time to renegotiate with ESPN and ABC and all that shit. Fox. We're going to have more playoff games. And this crap about SMU and Arizona State getting home games. Boise, get the fuck out of here. Home game. Get the fuck. It was ridiculous. It was dumb. And so I'm not surprised at all that these two conferences have been like, excuse me. Yeah, we run shit now. So let me tell you how it's going to go. And it may be gangsta. It might not be all the way ethical, but like you said, Boise State and Arizona State, they're like, well, I mean, shit, as long as I get to, I might not get to play every game, but I want to be on varsity. I don't want to be on JV. So cool. Right there with them.
Yep, same.
That's it. All right, that's it. Much did y'all wind up doing anything for Valentine's on Friday night?
No. We went to a little event last night. We waited till Sunday.
You said we've been married 20 some odd years. Not as big a deal. We're okay with it.
I mean, it's a big deal. Like, I'm not going to act like Valentine's doesn't matter. It matters. I want my wife to feel the love, but it doesn't matter enough to where we're going to go.
Right.
Wait an hour and a half to eat.
We don't have any kids in the house, so we obviously
y'all are empty nesters.
We are, and I was diligent and booked the place in advance, so we had a good time. Shout out to a place called Restaurant Claudine's down on Grayson.
Never heard of that one.
Dude, it's nice, very, very good. And we need to get Rudy into the inner city more. You're a suburban man. I've been saying this for a long time. It's ironic that I'm inner city and you're not.
I know.
Restaurant. We went to Claudine's on Grayson. It was outstanding. And then my boy, a buddy of ours, a guy named Luis, longtime producer at Ken's 5 for a long time, has his own. He's got 3 or 4 bars now that he owns. Opened up a new ice house on Austin Street on the east side called Louis Ice House. Had a nightcap
heard
there.
Of that.
Yeah, so he went to Claudine's and went to Louis and had a good thing. Had a good Valentine's Day. So now we get ready for St. Patrick's Day on the 17th. We are for sale. Anybody want to do some?
Yeah.
Look, we're both wearing shades of green today.
But for St. Patty's, you gotta St. Patty's, you gotta pay me. I don't really celebrate St. Patrick's Day unless I'm getting paid.
They'll get you dressed up. Have you ever worn a leprechaun hat or anything like that?
Hell no. Crazy.
There's cool outfits for green. You look good in green. Green looks good
I slid in barbecue sauce. That's where I draw the line.
I understand, but you look good in green, though. Maybe get you a nice badass green jacket or something. You look good in green. All right,
Bucana is the official drink of the cartel.
Orale. That's
They love them
Buchanan?
some Bucana. Yeah, they love them some
Buchanan.
They love it.
All right. Where I'm from, it's called Buchanan, but I guess it's supposed to be called
I don't know
Buchanan.
what it's called.
Buchanan, orale.
They love it.
Okay, we're done. That's it. Again, I love Wemby's fine. He's a kid.
He's good. He's fine.
How
I'm
you
okay.
react to stuff. Yeah. It's about how you react to adversity and how you make up for when you do. That was a bad look in the skills challenge. That was a little bit of grandstanding last night. That was kind of some fake anger or whatever. And keep the books in the hotel room, player. Keep those on the plane. That's it. It's very contentious.
Because we get the last word, a lot of the chat like, Rudy, how long did it take Michael Jordan to win a playoff series? I will end the show with a question. How long did it take Tim Duncan to win an NBA playoff series? Mic drop. We get the last word. I ain't comparing him to Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan don't play in San Antonio. It didn't take Tim Duncan long at all. Miss me with the Michael Jordan bullshit. And I'm out.
Manu reads, but he never had books in the locker room. Just saying.
Spurs ticket giveaway.
Let's do that mañana. I need some more organization on that. All right, y'all. We're good. See y'all in here mañana. Speedy.